What's up, YouTube? I'm just putting together a little Labor Day weekend fishing video for you guys here. Heading on over to a 50-acre lake near my home. Mostly going to be targeting largemouth, but we'll see. I might do a little bit of crappie fishing while I'm there as well. We'll see. Probably going to make this a 2-day video, actually, as I've only got about, I don't know, an hour and a half of daylight here right now. So I doubt I'll be able to get enough catches in that amount of time to get a video. So I might make this a 2-day one. It's been super hot lately, man. It's been like hovering around 100 degrees these last several days here. So it's finally cooled down. It's pleasant to finally be outside again, but that doesn't mean that the fish will necessarily be biting. Usually a really brutal hot weather like that is not very good for fishing. So we'll see how we do today. We'll get there, kind of take a look at the water conditions and go through my tackle box and see what we want to tie on. I'll check in with you guys in a moment. All right, down at the lake right now, and it looks like I've got the whole place to myself right now. There's nobody else fishing here, so hopefully it stays that way all weekend. We'll see. I think for starters, I will be throwing around a Kitech, if I can grab a hold of it, Kitech paddle tail jig. Those of you that follow me, you know I love these things. They're kind of my go-to bait. And I just happen to have on my other rod here a 2-inch white curly tail grub. If we're not getting much on the paddle tail jig, might just throw this around for crappies or bluegill. So yeah, we'll start off by the parking lot here and work our way down the shore, see what we get into. There we go. Getting kind of dark out now, but we finally got a fish. This is on the twister tail. See, I got a fairly light tackle, so he feels a lot bigger than he really is. I got a largemouth. All right, well, we got a skunk off the board at least. Got ourselves a nice little largemouth bass here. Just doing a slow, steady retrieve on a white curly tail grub. There we go. Back on the lake again. Something picked up the white curly tail grub. Looks like we got another largemouth. Smaller than the one last time we were here. Yeah, little guy. Man, to say it has been a tough bite would be an understatement. Absolutely nothing has been going after the paddle tail jig. And even on the twister tail, been out here for a while, not getting a whole lot. Just throwing around a 2-inch white curly tail grub with a little split shot on there to give it a little bit of weight so I can get a little bit of casting distance on this thing. And not really burning it through the water column, but not reeling it in at a snail's pace either. Just kind of a steady, moderate retrieve with my rod tip pointed high so it doesn't get snagged on the bottom. Just kind of fan casting along the shore doing this until we get a bite. There you go. It's been too long since I've had a fish. What a brutal day. Looks like we got another bass. Oh. Man, on this light spinning outfit, everything feels like a monster. I thought I'd be getting into crappies here on this thing, but we're getting bass. Oh, he's better than the last one. There we go. once again, that Mr. Twister getting the job done. Absolutely love these things. When the fishing gets tough, you can pretty much throw one of these bad boys out, and sometimes that's what stands between you and a skunk. There you go. I ended up putting a little piece of nightcrawler on the bottom here while I continue casting with a twister tail, and oh boy, we got a tiny little bullhead. Yeah, I figured as I'm working a twister tail, I thought, what the heck, why not put a little nightcrawler out there and see what we get. We got a tiny little bullhead catfish here. Well, he might not be big, but it's another species, and you know what? When it's a tough bite like this, I'll take anything I can get. See ya, bud. About 30 seconds later, got another fish on the nightcrawler here. I think it might be another bullhead. Let's see. Yep, oh, a little bit bigger than the last one at least. Well, not a very big one, but bigger than the last one at least, so they're going in the right direction. Another yellow bullhead. I think there's a fish on there. Oh yeah. Yeah, something's on there. I'm guessing another bullhead. This place has so many of those things in it. There's so many bullies in this lake. Yep. There's just a ton of these things in here. Don't want to get my hands pricked by those pectoral and dorsal fin. All right, bud. See you later. Whoa, wrong way. Dude, what are you doing? Other way. There we go. Took forever to free him out of there. There you go. What do we got? Oh, little bluegill. So the bluegills want to come out and play now, huh? All right, I've been getting a lot of nip, nip, nip over and over and over here on my jig. I figured it was the bluegills. That's species number 3 for the evening. All right, how do you like that? I was just adjusting my camera. My jig was just sitting in there in the water doing nothing, and a sunfish came and took it. How do you like that? Oh, that's too funny. I'm literally trying to adjust my camera here. My jig is just kind of sitting there like that, and I feel something pulling on my rod, and next thing I know, there's a fish on there. How do you like that? There you go. On the nightcrawler, what do we got? Bluegill. Bluegill hitting the twister tails, and bluegills taking nightcrawlers off the bottom as well. It's getting pretty dark out now. This might be the final fish of the evening here. Bite's slowing down quite a bit, so this might be a good stopping point. You know, something I've noticed, and kind of in between catches I've been thinking about, not only is there scarce vegetation, but there's no vegetation at all in this place. I don't know if they did a weed kill here or what, but that's really unusual for this place. Usually up to about 10 to 15 feet from the shore, there's usually quite a bit of weed growth, and there's just absolutely nothing right now, which is highly unusual for this time of year. So I don't know if that's the cause of the, you know, kind of slow bite here, or if it's a contributing factor to it, but I will say the bite was definitely off in this place these last few days. But you know what? The weather was pleasant enough, and we got into a few bass, few bluegills and bullhead, so can't complain. All right, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button below. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel, and I will catch you on the next one.